Thanks for joining me. In today's video, I will be talking with you guys about the Magician and what this card symbolizes to me when I see it in a reading. I'll also be talking about which chakras and stones and essential oils I believe hold the same energy as the Magician. So to start off with, let's take a look at the Magician card. So in this card, you can see there's a magician standing before you. He's got all 4 suits of the tarot, and he is just masterfully suspending those in air. He has the swords, which are intellect, our thoughts. The elements for that is air. He's also got the cups. And the cups symbolize our emotions, our love, our relationship, and the elements for the cups is water. He's also got the wands there, which symbolize passion and movement and action, and the element for that is fire. And then he also has the pentacles there, which the element for the pentacles is our earth, our earthly element, and they symbolize material needs and, finances and business matters. So he's got all 4 elements there, and he is just masterfully suspending those, and he doesn't look like he's going to drop those anytime soon. As a matter of fact, he's looking straight at you. So the things that, or the keywords that I think about when I see this card are mastery. I also think about willpower. I think about desire. I think about using your resources or resourcefulness. I think about all of these things. I also think about intuition and consciousness. I think about you having the potential within you to master whatever it is that you need to master. Think about these things because this is basically what the card is. If you look at it, he has that confidence and he's able to master it. Also think about taking this time and the willpower to build a skill, to be able to become masterful towards something. So those are the things that I think about when I see this card. On a personal level, it reminds me of my own tarot journey. It took some time for me to learn what each card was without having to look it up. It took time for me to figure all of that out and to be able to use my intuition, to be able to use not just my thought, but to also be able to use my heart, to be able to use my resources, to be able to buy books, and then also to be able to use my passion and take that action of journaling and figuring out the cards, and also the confidence to ask people if I could read for them. So all of these things, but then it also had an element of magic on how I started reading for strangers. And so this definitely really helps me think about that. It reminds me of when I was like, you know what, I think I can start reading for people. So I put it on my website and I was like, okay, I'm going to build a scheduling thing so people can, schedule tarot readings. But I hadn't really made a big deal of it. And then I talked to a friend, a former coach, and she's like, well, how many people do you need to read for that are strangers for you to be able to know that, you can read for people? And I'm like, about 20. And she's like, done. So there I had people that I had never met that I was able to read for, which helped me build the confidence and helped me build my mastery and helped me build that skill. And so it's definitely a magical element that came along with that because I built it and then I said it, and then I was offered this coordination of energy to be able to have that happen. But I had no idea when I was building that part of my website, and I had no idea when I was building that scheduling element into my website that I would be able to read tarot for people that I don't even know. So that's amazing. So there is that element of magic that comes along when you have the desire, when you have the willpower, when you build your skill, when you use the potential that is within you to manifest or materialize those things that you're thinking about consciously and bringing those into an actionable and tangible thing. So the chakras that I think about when I think about the magician are definitely the crown chakra, consciousness, understanding, knowing that we're all one, the oneness of everything, knowing that you can take a thought and then turn it, or an idea, and then turn it into something, materialize it by the action of it. And that also makes me think about the solar plexus chakra, because the solar plexus chakra really helps us to have the willpower, to have the discipline, to have the boundaries, and to be able to use that fire, because the element of the solar plexus chakra is fire. And so to be able to use that fire and that passion, to be able to turn it into something and to be able to take that action in doing it. And so those are the chakras that I think of when I see this card. I think one of the reasons that I really think about the crown chakra is because in my deck, he's got that light that's shining like right behind him and coming down like on the top of his head, which is where a crown chakra is. So the crystals that I think about when I think about the crown chakra, I definitely think about amethyst. And so here's a beautiful amethyst geode that I bought when I went to California in January, and I was just so drawn to this. But this is definitely a good crystal for like meditation and connecting to your crown chakra. I love that crystal. And then the other crystal that I think about when I think about the solar plexus is citrine. And this is a citrine cluster. And again, beautiful, and helps with the willpower and discipline and things like that it takes to master a skill, because you can have all the desire in the world, but if you're just thinking about something and not taking any small actionable steps, then nothing will ever happen. Like, things don't just happen. I mean, we live in this world where you sometimes have to take action, but taking the right action when the time is right, when you feel intuitively, when you feel in your heart that the time is right, and having the skills and the resources that you have, and taking those resources and starting before you're ready sometimes is the key to having that magic happen. So the essential oils that I think about when I see the magician are cedarwood, because cedarwood is really great for meditation. It's a woodsy scent that really helps to get you into a more contemplative place. It helps to get you in a more meditative space and a calm space where you're not dwelling, but you're definitely in a meditative space and meditative energy, which is definitely, meditation is definitely one of those energies that I think about when I see the magician too. And then I think about frankincense, because frankincense is like a magic essential oil. It's good for so many things. It's good for your skin. It's good for meditation. It's good for calming anxiety. It's good for depression. It's good for cuts and wounds and all sorts of things. And so this is definitely like a magical elixir here. So definitely think about this. And I think I want to share one more thing with you guys. And the other thing that I want to share is my journey to breath work, or connected conscious breath work. So that journey started through meditation, and I got to learn how to facilitate this amazing breathing technique because I learned how to play my guitar. And so what does that have to do with magic, right? So just to tell you the story really quickly, I was meditating one day, and I meditate every day. And in the last few minutes of my meditation, I just felt this joyful feeling of playing the guitar. And I was in this chair, and because this is my meditation chair, and I was just like swaying at the end of my meditation. When I got out of meditation, I was like, I need to learn how to play guitar. I had a guitar that had been sitting in my home for years. And I finally said, okay, I'm going to learn how to play this guitar. I found a guitar teacher, two actually. The one that I picked was not logically the one that I maybe would have picked, or maybe anybody logically would have picked, but I picked him. And then he introduced me into like this whole new breath work technique, and I learned how to do it, and now I'm facilitating that. So just, there's lots of magic that goes into it. I had that guitar for years. I followed my intuition. I followed my desire. And so that is the true energy of the magician. I'd love to hear what you guys think, and make sure to leave a comment. Let me know, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.